Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel, Soulful Shireen. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to draw a female block figure from scratch. I will be drawing a 12.5-inch figure with 10 heads. So if you want to see how I label the figure and how I take the measurements, keep watching the video till the end. But before I get started, I want you guys to have a look at this image here. So this basically is an inch from 0 to 1, as you can see, and an inch is equal to 2.25 centimeters. The vertical lines in between are called blocks, and I will be using inches. So guys, now I'm getting started to create the block figure. So I first of all make a vertical line, 12.5-inch vertical line, and then I divide the line equally into 10 parts. So a single part would be 1 inch and 4 blocks. After dividing it into equal parts, I just make these horizontal lines. It's not necessary to create these horizontal lines, but it's just for reference purpose. Okay guys, so now I will be numbering these horizontal sections. So this is 1 and then 2, 3 and 4, and likewise I just number them, and you can see it is divided into 10 parts. So guys, to draw the heads measurement, I take 6 blocks on both the sides of the first horizontal line, and I take similar measurements on the upper side, and I join the right and the left sides to create a rectangle shape. So this is the head, and now I take 4 blocks on the first horizontal line and 4 blocks down, and again 4 blocks on both the left and the right sides, and I join it into a square shape to form the neck. To make the shoulders, what I do is that I take half an inch from the head and I take 1 inch on both the sides. To form the bust line, I take half an inch and 5 blocks from the shoulder line, and I take half an inch and 2 blocks on both the right and the left sides. From the waistline, I take 1 inch down and half an inch on both sides to create the waistline. To form the hip line, I take almost 1 inch and 4 blocks down from the waistline and 1 inch on both the sides. So I take 2.5 inch down from the hip line, and I take 4 blocks on the horizontal side, and again I take 1 inch down from the knee line and almost half an inch on both the sides. Guys, to draw the feet, I take 1 inch from the last horizontal line upwards, and then I take 2 blocks on both the right and the left sides, and half an inch on both the sides of the horizontal line, and then I simply join the edges of the lines. So I'm joining the calf to the ankles and then the feet. And again, here I'm joining the ankle to the feet, and then I just simply join the edges. As you can see that it's beginning to take some form and it's beginning to take some sort of shape. Okay, to draw the arms, I take 1.5 inches, and again I take 2 inches for the forearm, and the half an inch at the end is the hand. Again, 1 inch, sorry, 1.5 inch, then 2 inches for the forearm, and half an inch for the hand part. So yeah, this is, guys, my block figure, and now I'm just going to outline the croquis. So guys, I don't think there is any right or any wrong way to form a fashion croquis. It actually depends a lot on your clientele. So if you have a clientele who is like plus size, so you will make the proportions a little bit more, you know, you like double the proportions, or you would, if your audience is, you know, like teenage girls, so you will make the proportions likewise. But this is something I find the most easy way to make a croquis, and I think it's just very suitable and very much easy for beginners, because a lot of students have, you know, a lot of confusion about the measurements. A lot of my students are actually always confused about the measurements, so I thought it would be a good way for them to kind of, and for all of you watching this tutorial, I hope it will be very helpful. So I'm just outlining the figure to make it visually more appealing. What matters in a fashion croquis is basically the proportions. The proportions should look very perfect. Perfect in the sense that when you kind of don clothes over these croquis, so they should look appealing and nice. So guys, right now you can see I'm just labeling, I'm starting to label it, and on the left side I will just label the croquis, and on the right side I will write down the vertical measurements. So guys, this right here is the head, and it was in the first section of the vertical line, and then this right here is the shoulder line. This is the bust area, you can call it the bust line. This is the waistline. This right here is the hip line. These are the knees. These are the calves, or a calf. These are the ankles. and these are the toes. So now you can get an understanding of what it's going to be like. Now I'm going to write the vertical measurements. So the vertical measurement of the head is basically 1 inch and 4 blocks. This is the measurement of the neck, which is basically just 4 blocks. This is the vertical measurement from the head to the shoulder line. So this is half an inch. I was actually thinking that I would write half an inch, but I just simply wrote half an inch like this. Then the measurement from the shoulder to the bust line is half an inch plus 5 blocks. Measurement from bust line to the waistline is 1 inch, and then the measurement from the waistline to the hip line is 1 inch and 4 blocks. The measurement from the hip line to the knees is 2 inches, 2.5 inches basically. Yeah, and then the measurement from the knees to the calves is 1 inch. The measurement of the full feet is basically 1 inches, and the measurements, the horizontal measurements, are basically 6 blocks and 6 blocks inside the head. Then it's 4 blocks on both sides of the neck. Then on the shoulder line, it's basically 1 inches on both the right and the left sides. For the bust line, the measurement is half an inch and 2 blocks. Again, half an inch and 2 blocks. The waistline measurements on both the sides is half inches. The horizontal measurement on the hip line is 1 inch on both the sides. The knees are 4 blocks and 4 blocks. The measurements on the calf is half an inch and half an inch. And then the ankles are basically 2 blocks each. And the toes are half an inch. So the arms measurement is basically 1.5 inches, and the lower part, the full lower part, is 2 inches, and this small section right here is half an inch, which will form the hand. So guys, this is how I draw a female block figure. It's very suitable for beginners, and I just hope you liked my video and you learned something new today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel as well for more tutorials on fashion illustration. Thank you and take care. Goodbye.